All right. So, hello YouTube fans. Today is a good day to go and test the results of the lower spring on the gravel roads. It's not completely off-road, it's gravel. So I'm not gonna say this is what Chris Birch or any of the pros do, but it's gonna be just good enough for somebody like me. I took the top case off. I put the, as you can maybe see, I put the rides in off-road, the ABS in off-road, and then the traction control is still on. So, not sure that's the best setup, but let's give it a shot like that. So this is the same road we did on the previous video. So hopefully we have a good comparison. I am lower to the ground, so might feel a bit better, not sure. Another thing is I took the top case off, so there's not that much of a... I was worried last time that the top case would just fall off. It's made out of plastic, polyethylene. So that's taken off. I'll see if my phone hangs on for a while on the stand it's on. It's got the what do you call this mount? I forgot, but it's not made for super duper off-road. We'll see. I might lose my phone. I'll have to stop and pick it up at some point. So one thing I still need to do is I need to get my kickstand cut a little bit more, because I need another, I would say 10 mil just to sit it completely at an angle. And you know, especially when we go in dirt or some roads that have quite of a crowning, as they call it here, an angle, it stands pretty dangerously. The road I was just on and I stopped to start filming, it was limit, you know, falling off by itself. So we're gonna need to do something about that. Experience on the freeway coming here, there's a pretty good portion of freeway. Great, I mean, more comfortable. So I feel some difference in the calm, at rest, stay in the same position. It feels a lot more plush. So, and that's just obviously not a whole lot of travel. It's just the top portion of the spring. Obviously that's very soft, but it feels good there. So making sure the camera is on. And as some might know, the tires on this bike are not the best tires for on-road or off-road. I think it's just one way of getting the price point down, so we're gonna have to live with that. This is the famous sign that says pavement ends, and we're gonna be soon looking at the Ripple Road. Remember, I was on second gear last time. Let's see what we do this time. Oh, another thing is I rode the bike before without my riding pants. Having the riding pants makes a difference, obviously. Much less free to move around, so we'll see about that. All right, gravel. Huh, interesting. Last time I was here, this felt like everything was gonna fall off. Really, this is smoother. I don't know what the hell's going on, but obviously not the top case that's making a difference. I am starting to think the spring really make a big difference. I don't understand why. I'm an engineer. I'm gonna have trouble with this, but so about the same speed as last time. I'm not going faster, but the ride feels plush. Some might mean, well, it's because you don't feel the road anymore, but it's possible. You can definitely feel that the bike wants to go fast. And it's Nordine that's not wanted to go fast, so. Oh, I think I felt traction control kicking in. I don't like left-handers for some reason. My mind doesn't work well on lefts. So, what I think that could be possible is the road might have gotten smoother because of the few rains we've had. Maybe not. I don't know. But this feels a lot smoother. So, what to do, I don't know. But one thing I can say is I think this feels more confidence. And I promise this is the second time. First time was the first video, second time is this video. I haven't been on gravel roads since then, so this feels much more comfortable. What is going on? Even the big holes I can attack. Not attack, I'm at 20 miles an hour. But I can hit a little bit more with confidence, and it seems like it's really the first few, you know, hits of the front wheel really that seems to be like giving. It's a bit softer, I guess. It's giving a bit more, and it doesn't kind of move the bike around as much. I don't know if that makes any sense. I have no clue how it's supposed to be, so. So this is the ripple. Yeah, easier on the ripple for sure. A car, so I'm going to slow down a bit to my level of confidence crossing somebody. There you go. Yeah, there's no way with my setup, there's no way I can push the rear brake standing up. So I would need to modify that a lot, like extend it. So far I can say from the previous ride, this is better. Feels like the wheel is following the road a little bit more instead of just bouncing, and kind of you lose the you lose traction or feel of the road, this feels a lot better. So my hat to Touratech and Hyperpro for that. I didn't think we can we could influence suspension that much by changing the springs, to be quite frank. So you can do it a little bit, but not without complete compromise. So watch me getting confident and falling, right? So I'm not gonna get too confident. I'm gonna sit because I am tired. Ooh, yeah, when you sit, it's very squirrely. You can feel the bike with the weight on there. Kind of wanted to slide a little bit, so standing is the best option here. This is, of course, the San Diego backcountry, so lots of folks going for hikes and exploring with their 4x4. You know, when I was in Australia, vehicle of choice was the Subaru Outback. I wish I had another one of those. A really good car to be dual purpose. Oh, this guy's going fast, dude. Down. Whoops. Sorry for the word. So I'm gonna put my heels a bit more in the middle. Okay. Let's try to go over 30. Yay, 30. So I think, you know, I can do 30 if I get used to this. But yeah. So just to be sure, I hope it's not just the fact that the top case is gone. I don't think it is. I'm leaving it in second gear because I actually don't think my foot pedals are set up for me to try to change gears and all that when I'm standing, so I actually don't know how people do that. I'll ask Brett when I go to his class, if I go to his class one day. Whoa, 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 this is squirrely, 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 squirrely. Ooh, soft sand. I didn't die. Fuck. That was hard. It became quite heavy on the front. So I don't like this turn because I don't know how to hold. I don't know how to do a turn. Look at these big aloe vera or agave plants. So we're on the washboard kind of terrain, and it feels a lot more compliant is probably the word. I don't know. I feel like I'm in control a bit more, not 100%, but a bit more, and the speed is a bit elevated. So two things: either the road has improved or the bike has improved. Because we know one thing: the driver has not improved. It's the same driver. Okay, so this is the little lake. Obviously that's a hiking point for a lot of people. A bit more traffic, I guess. We're just gonna leave it there and go to the roads, the paved roads, in a minute. And there we go. This is still gigantic holes. I'm gonna try to take a hole, like a big hole, to see what the, there you go, there, much better. Gee, I avoided that one because it looked like a cliff. Yeah, these holes with these springs, much better. So I can sit now, and so this is it. This is the off-road part. I have the impression that I have actually flown through that a whole lot faster than the first time. Right? So, not sure it's true or not true. Oh, not. Yeah, don't sit. So, not completely sure what is the reason, but I think I feel like I'm going faster as a whole. So we're gonna take the freeway back. I'm gonna do a bit of a debrief now. So, quick review. So, new springs installed. For me, was a good half day of work. I wish I had a video to watch so that I can make a bit less mistakes on the way. But yeah. So I'm gonna return the ride mode to street. Close throttle, street is on. That is cool, huh? That you can actually do this. ABS, okay, ABS, road. So good, I have a bit of time to deal with my setups here. Good, road on, street, neutral. So back to the review. So install, the rating for install, it's not super hard, but at the same time, if you don't have all the instructions, which the instructions come in with some very general, hey, put the springs in the front, put the springs in the back, and it's not extremely bike specific, so it's a bit of a work for somebody who needs to figure it out. The Touratech video online is helpful, but it's funny because every time there is something that's a bit tricky, they skip it and they just talk about it. It's like, so you start by removing the bolts and then you move to the other side, and it's like, well, okay, I can't figure out how to do this without removing more stuff or with whatever size I have. So that's why I made the video, because I really struggled with some of the, not struggled, I mean, it's figured out at the end, but I wish I would have known. I guarantee you I could have done that for the rear in about an hour, for the front in about 2 hours. I took way longer than that. So that's for the install. If we look at the road performance of the springs, I find them better than the factory. Factory seems to be quite harsh, and so I appreciate the fact that, you know, I'm commuting a lot with, I will commute a lot when we go back with bikes, and there's a need for some kind of comfort, and the comfort you're looking for is a compromise between, you know, being soft when you hit a pothole, but at the same time don't dive too much when you're braking, and don't be too soft and wiggly when you're trying to take a curve. I'm not taking the 125 because I don't have the toll road thing. So that's for the road impression. I think it's really good, better than the factory, so it's worth the $350 or whatever the investment is. For the off-road, I'm gonna put the improvement to the springs, because I didn't do anything different. The top case wasn't on, so that might be a factor, but I'm gonna discount that. The bike felt a lot better. And again, you know, two reasons: the road improved or the bike improved. I think the bike improved, and I think my speed was in general higher, and I felt more comfortable with it, so I'm okay with it. So if you want to install those and you plan on doing a lot of off-road, I think it's a good choice on an S. So this is an S, don't forget. I don't have a 790R. Even though my mirrors look like they are, I have a kind of a hybrid when I bought the bike. So they put a bunch of R parts on it before I bought it, and they left them on. So apart from that, the lower height, really good. Look at that. I touched the ground, very confident. This is becoming for somebody who's not super in shape and has no real muscle in the legs, this is really, really comfortable.